It's crypto spring, not winter.
Ah.
Crypto markets, and I've been saying that for a long time, and Bitcoin's up 60% this year, Solana's up 92%, ETH's up 35%. It's crypto spring. Crypto spring often squirts up, chops back, goes sideways, frustrates you, goes the opposite to the direction you think it's going to go, and then powers ahead. That's what crypto spring is like. Same with macro spring. They're all the same thing. So we've been very sideways. And the reason being is liquidity has not been going into any of the system. So it doesn't spill into this. And without liquidity, it's going nowhere. So we wait for that to happen. And, we're getting catalysts forming. If you look at the chart, we talked about this last week in New York, the chart of the BKX or the KRE, you look at the chart of bond yields, right? We're getting to the point where somebody's going to have to say enough. And that's the kind of trigger we're looking for when the narrative shift comes. Will the GDP numbers get revised lower tomorrow? Don't know. There's a possibility because everything's getting revised lower. The economic data looks like it's still weakening, which again could change the Fed's narrative. It's all to play for. My whole thesis has been it's all about Q4 and the back end of Q4. It's kind of end of October, November, December. This is always historically a very seasonably sloppy time, both in crypto markets and equity markets. It's about to go into the seasonably extremely strong time in both crypto and equity markets, which is usually from middle of October. It's usually an up-only market. It's not a guarantee of that, it's just seasonality. But that's kind of where I am. So I'm observing the fact that the dollar's been screaming higher, bond yields have been screaming higher, and crypto's gone sideways. That tells you something in itself. Yeah. I don't believe in that theory. It does dampen volatility because people can short, buy, sell, hedge, all of that stuff, and you need volatility to come down over time. But no, I don't see that. If it's being suppressed, there's a bit of an overhang from the FTX sales, the Mt. Gox sales, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get liquidated. That's happening over time. But really, it's just because there's no new money coming in. If you don't move any money, if nobody's got any capital gains, then nothing gets recycled through the system. So it just all feels a bit flat. And that's okay. And then the longer tail assets in crypto, if you think about equity markets, probably lead housing markets by 18 months. Well, token markets lead NFT markets by about 18 months too. And NFTs are in the world of pain stage now that crypto was going through in the kind of May to October phase. So, it's patience, it's the macro cycle. This is how it plays out. It takes time. Look, the politics is going to get worse. I can't express how bad next year is going to be. Nobody's prepared for it. But if you're seeing what's happening with AI, you will literally have any politician saying anything with their own mouth in their own voice, and it's not them. And it can come from a CNN website or a Fox website, and you have no idea if that's even true. Nothing you see written or visually is easy to verify. And the sole purpose will be to divide you. And everyone has to keep their shit together and step back, verify everything. Real Vision is a trusted source. Because you subscribe. You subscribe, and if you see in that map of the world, most people let us know who they really are. There's some people are anonymous, and that's fine. But most people want to be trusted. They want to live in a trusted state. And Real Vision is a trusted state where we give you both sides of a story. We're agnostic. Just because I've got a view doesn't mean that somebody else's view is any less valid. So we bring everything, curated people, freedom of speech of those people in their ideas. We take the politics out of it and give you the information that you can turn into knowledge and then wisdom. And it's vital. So, the financial markets, you will not know. The financial markets are going to move on stuff that people have said that they've not said. Perspective. I actually think this is more of a temporary state of affairs than a permanent state of affairs. But I'm open to the fact that many smart people I know think this is a lasting and pervasive change, structural shift in the economy. I don't believe that to be the case. I'm certainly have not been bearish equity market for a long time now, and I'm still remain extremely bullish because I think the only way out of higher bond yields is yield curve control, or the only way out of inflation falling fast is the only way out of the Treasury needing to refinance all of the debt is basically lowering interest rates and shoving it onto the balance sheet of the Fed. So I just don't hold the same views. I understand that I'm much more in the minority view, and I also can be wrong. We will have to wait and see.
Yeah,
and don't forget, I mentioned last week, I was over in New York for mainnet, and there's Franklin Templeton, TradFi institution, tokenizing money market funds and talking about tokenizing of real world assets. I can't, there's BlackRock launching ETFs. I cannot express, and I've been saying this all along since day one, this is all the same fucking thing. It's just a new version of a system and different ways of doing stuff. And so the tribalism is actually simply ludicrous. It's like saying, EV cars good, petrol cars bad, or petrol cars bad, EV cars good. It's nonsense, right? It's evolution of product, evolution of market, evolution of humanity and how we change things. And it's normal. But, people fear change, particularly in these kind of accelerated political environments. People fear change more than normally.
So there's Raoul Pal's insight into the potential liquidity surge coming our way this Q4, giving us a fresh perspective on the crypto market's future direction. As always, predicting markets has its uncertainties, but being informed and having a deep understanding of the underlying factors is the key to making the best decisions. Remember, historical patterns like Q4's strength and key events such as the Bitcoin spot ETF and the upcoming Bitcoin halving can be crucial indicators of what's to come. Whether you agree with Raoul's predictions or not, it's always good to keep an open mind and be prepared for various market scenarios. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more expert insights. And for those eager to stay ahead in the crypto game, ensure you've signed up to my daily 5-minute crypto newsletter in the link below. You won't want to miss out on expert predictions, on-chain data breakdowns, and the latest news. Anyway guys, hope today's video provided you with some value. I'll see you all in the next one, and as always, all the best.